Video in the series. This is SEO Services 101 or Search Engine Optimization Basics Explained. So this is for you guys that are just getting into freelancing and maybe want to look at SEO as a way to start making money. SEO is a really profitable freelancing type of service that you could get into, but there's lots of different parts to it. So it can get really complicated, but in this video I'm just going to give you the basics so you understand exactly why people pay you money for it. So understand that websites on Google's first page, right, on the first page receive about 95% of all search traffic out there. All right, so everybody with a website wants to be on the first page for a keyword. And this leads me to the next slide. So firstly, what is a keyword exactly? So a keyword is a word or phrase that someone types into Google's search box to find the information that they're looking for, or the words or the phrases on or linked to any given website. This signals to Google's search bots what the website is about and then decides on its position using an automated algorithm. Okay, obviously Google, as big as they are, they're not going to be able to hire millions and millions of people to decide where any given website should be in the search results, so they have an automated algorithm for that and search bots that basically go out and determine where a website should be positioned, because Google's objective is to put the most relevant and highest quality information on the front page of Google for their searchers to keep their company in business. So if you think of Yahoo, for example, nobody really uses Yahoo anymore, and if you've used it, it's pretty crap in terms of what they give you in the search results. So Google are the clear winners there. So the next one, how does Google actually decide who's the most relevant then? So here are a few examples. The first one, the website uses exact match and related keywords on its pages. That will be a signal to Google that it is relevant for that particular keyword that somebody is searching for, but it's not the only thing. The next thing, other websites also link in to this website using an exact match and related keywords as well. So it's not just your website, it's other people's websites coming in there too. And the third one, other indicators of relevance to Google aren't just links, it could be things like social shares and, as I've said in this slide, non-related signals. Okay, there's all different things. I won't get into that. This is just a basic overview of SEO. Right, so here we are on my amazing graphic. So we're going to start over this side here. Now, if you imagine somebody called Dave, he's just Googled unseen hippo attacks 2019. All right. So when he types that into Google, the Google search bot, which is part of the automated algorithm, goes out there and starts searching automatically. And then Google's index in rapid time will basically fire up the websites that it decides are most relevant on Google to be displayed to you on Google's first page. So there could be possibly millions of search results for one keyword. All right, I'm not talking about all of the websites on the internet, I'm just talking about the keyword itself. So Dave's keyword here, unseen hippo attacks 2019, there's probably not too many search results for this. Most of the time things like that will be YouTube, but I'm sure you understand what I mean. If it was something like how to make money online, okay, that would be millions and millions of results, okay, because it's just such a big niche. So Dave goes out there, searches for his keywords, the bot goes out there, starts searching, and then Dave gets presented with all of these results. Right, I said that 95% of all search traffic will land on, will search on page 1, and then 5% and further will search through page 2 and page 3. But it's actually 67% approximately, depending on what kind of research you look at. 67% of people will actually land on position 1. So obviously if you own a website, you want to be on position 1, right, for whatever keyword it is you're going for. All right, imagine if somebody had a keyword that said for example again, make money online, right, and you were position 1. If there are 100,000 people a month, they're probably more actually for a keyword like that. If there are 100,000 people a month searching for this keyword, and they are 67% of those people, right, 67,000 people basically land on your website here on position 1, then the owner of this website has a lot of people to play with. You imagine 67,000 people. If you converted 5% of those people to buy your products, that's a lot of products to be sold, and you can make a huge amount of money, and lots of people are making absolutely millions doing this, right? So that is why people want to be on position 1, and that's the job of an SEO or an SEO service provider. Alright, so I'm sure that's pretty clear. Right, I've drawn a line over here. I told you this is my amazing graphic. Here we go. Alright, a little bit deeper into this. So we already know that if you want to be at you want to be at position 1, okay, for a given keyword. But how does it actually work? So search engine optimization generally falls under 2 categories. You've got on-page SEO, right, and you've got off-page SEO, which is pretty clear. In the video, I hope you watched the video before this, but there's a video in this series that talks about 3 specific types of SEO that you can get into for services, and that is PBNs, automated links, and social signals. But there's tons of different things you can get into. There's guest posts, press releases, and loads of stuff. But this isn't an in-depth tutorial of SEO. This is just to give you an idea about what it actually is and what it does for people. So firstly, this is off-page SEO and this is on-page SEO. As a service provider, you can provide people with PBNs that point to their website. You can provide them with automated links that point to their website, or you can provide them with social signals or anything down here. But we'll just look at these 3 first. So as I said earlier, there are things that help Google determine where a website should be positioned in the search results. So some of the strongest ways that they determine if your website, where your website should be in Google, is by having links back to your website. Right, if you consider links are like votes of confidence from other people, it's kind of like that. Like if this website here, this PBN has, right, I don't want to go too much into this, but consider that this PBN here, one PBN, is a really influential person, maybe a politician or something. For him to give a referral to this person here, he's got to think very hard before he actually publicly makes that announcement and refers somebody over. So by having a strong website here, an authority type website, which can be done with PBNs, it signals to Google that this person has given a vote, and therefore this website deserves to be pushed higher up in the search results for any given keyword, like this one over here. And the same with automated links and social signals, etc. The reason why we can't just throw tons and tons of the same links at this website is because it looks unnatural. Google have algorithms that also know and detect whether you are artificially manipulating these results, because ultimately SEO is an artificial manipulation of an algorithm. Okay, so by having a variety of different types of links, this makes things more natural and a lot less likely that this person is going to get penalized, which is another topic, and get pushed into the SERPs or de-indexed completely. So you don't want to do that for your customers, so just be very careful. I hope that's clear. And obviously ultimately, if you get all of this right, a variety of links from some high authority types of links and stuff, with some mixed, lots and lots of different types of links, that will give this website some authority and some credibility in Google's eyes. And then the on-page SEO We've got keyword matches. Again, we've got related keywords that are used in things like content and articles, right? You can't really put keywords on a page unless you've got content, which is why I advise that you get into content as well if you want to start providing services to people, because everybody needs content. All right, and there's other things like internal linking and user experience and stuff like that that also sort of add to the mash of credibility signals to Google. All right, and so assuming that you have all of this correct, this is when Google will say, yes, we're going to start pushing you up in the SERPs. And eventually what happens is if they get to number 1, which is, you know, their goal, so you get high positions in Google, eventual page 1 rankings, and the end result is people will find that website, and then the website starts making sales or anything other that's like a predetermined goal. And that is why you have a big $sign there. So hopefully that makes sense, and we'll just hop on pay. And that is why people pay SEOs. It can get you higher positions in the SERPs, which is good, which therefore gives you more visitors to the website, which could in turn give you more money, and then eventually that money gives you more choices in your real life, i.e. like trading in the X for a newer model or a better car than your neighbor, etc. And that is it. The end. Marry a page. So I hope that made a lot of sense to you. That is the basics of SEO. Obviously there are really technical parts of SEO, and I'm not pretending that this is a technical tutorial. So this is for you guys that maybe want to get into SEO, which, as I've said, is something I highly recommend if you want to start making lots of money, because SEO is where I made all of my money, and I still make a lot of money with SEO today. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and let's go on to the next one now. Peace.